Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my world, my little Let's Play, my little Minecraft video series. Last time we left off, we found this cool cave, so I'm gonna go and start getting some tools. Today's topic is going to be a lot less serious, if you would like to say, from last week or last videos. And that is, I think I'm going to talk about how to have more whimsy and joy in your life. It's one that I've been experiencing recently. I think it's a little fair to say, but yeah, I think it's important that everyone, finds that childlike joy and wonder that they once had, or that everyone once had, because I think a lot of people lose it when they get older, because, you don't really have time for it anymore, you don't have time to goof off with your buddies, you don't have time to, it just gets lost, really, it does, and, it kind of sucks, because then you get stuck in the rat race that is life, and you just become miserable. Now that's a little bit of a, it's a stretch. Not everyone's miserable doing what they're doing, but it is fair to say that. Just to cook this with that, there you go. It's fair to say that a lot of people lack whimsy, and that's a real problem, because being whimsical is fun. I think there's also a stigma around it where, like, people always will care about what other people think of them. It's just part of the human condition, whether it's positive or negative or anything really, but I think being whimsical has or just doing what you like, being a kid, really, like going out and playing in the rain, driving with your windows down and listening to, like, Taylor Swift the whole way, or stuff that you really enjoy doing that you're a little embarrassed about. I feel like a lot of people don't really want to do that anymore, because they're either scared to, or they just, they've kind of sectioned it off in their brain. It was like, oh no, that's not me. That could never be me. That's too childish. But au contraire, I say, I think that you should embrace being more childish, and obviously at the appropriate times. Like, if you work a super serious job, like a 9-to-5 with a suit and tie, probably wouldn't be the best idea to start acting a fool at work, but, just let loose a little bit, Not everything, you only have one life. Might as well have some fun. And I think it would, what I find a lot of times is that when I'm silly, or, being whimsical, or joy maxing, if you want to use new terminology, it improves the mood of everyone around me. And it makes me feel good, because then other people smile because of me. And that makes me feel good. But yeah, I think it's an awesome thing, really. It takes some getting used to, because if you do it first, well, yeah, you're gonna make a fool out of yourself. You're gonna, it's a nerve-wracking thing to, like, get out of your comfort zone and do something you enjoy just because you enjoy doing it, regardless of what people think. So, take some spider around here. Take some getting used to, but I think it is very healthy, and it makes for good story too. Like, I always like to think of it as like dad lore. Like, I'm a guy. When I have kids, I want my kids, or I want to be able to tell my kids all sorts of dumb stories about when their dad was like, you know, a dumb guy in his 20s, you know, doing stupid stuff, and it ended up turning into a good story. And I know last week's topic was, or last week, keep saying last week, last video's topic was like, you know, about dating, or like, you know, trying to find your person. A lot of people, like, you can find your person by being whimsical, by being silly. Because, you know, that's when you're most you, if that makes sense. Like, let me take these trees. You really, you know, if you're like whimsical, being silly, like, karaoke is a great example. If you're singing karaoke and you're just letting it rip, don't care what a single person thinks about it, like, that's you, you know? Like, that's unfiltered you, and you're you're singing because you love it, you know, because you love the song, because you love the environment. It's amazing. I think we should have more of that. And it doesn't have to, like, always involve alcohol either. I know karaoke a lot of times is, like, with a specific example, a lot of people drink before they go up and sing, but, like, what I was talking about earlier, like, go out in the rain. Like, I took a run the other week, and I waited till it was downpouring rain. I just took a run because I thought it was fun. And I got all wet, and I got back to my car and had a big smile on my face. Or like, sometimes, like, interacting with kids, like, is always fun. Young people, you know, always being goofy because they don't have any filters. Society hasn't put any filters in them yet, so, like, you know, interacting with children is always fun. And just a couple examples. Ooh, the one I did the other past 2 weeks, I brought a speaker to a lake and just started, like, with my buddies, and we just started, like, blasting some white girl music and just started belting out white girl music, and it was awesome. So we had a good time. It's something we wanted to do, and weren't afraid to do it. And a lot of people were like, came over and were like, dude, this is awesome. Like, can we come? Can we sing? And we're like, yeah, sure. We got a big group of strangers together, and we started just having a good time. And it was great. So stuff like that. It's really, like, I think it's really important that people, you know, do that stuff. Because if you don't, then you'll just, quite frankly, you'll be miserable. And no one wants that, really. But yeah, I don't know. My week's been pretty good. I had a lot of opportunity to, like, go out and do some cool stuff by myself and with my roommate. So that's been fun. Ooh, great example of something that we did. Me and my roommate recently have been clothes shopping. I got some nice clothes because I haven't really owned nice clothes before. I got some nice clothes. Then me and my roommate went to this nice restaurant, like, just the two of us. And it was fun. Like, felt good. You know, we both felt great getting dressed up, and then we walked around downtown in our city afterwards, and, you know, we're having a good time. We're smiling. Met a couple girls. Like, it was great. It was a good time. Full of whimsy and joy and magic and awesomeness. Because I don't want to be a depressed loser. zombies somewhere. Yep. I don't know. I think it's healthy. Laughter and having a good time and smiling and getting outside and, you know, finding reasons to push yourself out in public and just make a fool of yourself. Be goofy. And don't really care about what other people think about you. Because at the end, why does it matter? Other than, you know, people you really care about, like your spouse or significant other, or maybe a mentor, or something like that. But like at the end of the day, like just be goofy, you know. Laugh, live a little. Do something you're uncomfortable with. Go out and by yourself, and you know, frolic in the woods. Go frolic in the fields. You know, it's always a good way to laugh and to get out there. At least I think so. A little bit of a shorter video this time, but you know, just wanted to give my 2 cents on that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Put down in the comments if you agree or disagree, or if you have anything else to add. As far as the upload schedule, I think that I'm going to make this a weekend thing, where either on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, whenever I have the time, in congruence with my work schedule, I'll upload one of these videos, and it'll be cool and awesome and epic. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Oh, hold on. Gotta kill that guy. But thank you guys for watching. Appreciate your time. Hope you have had an amazing and blessed Sunday. And have a good rest of your day.